Hello, my shining seeking stars, my constellation, my cluster. Welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. My name is Desi. I will be your Starchaeologist, aka tarot reader for this June 2022 tarot reading. We're going to dig deep today, as always, and excavate the mysteries and treasures of you, of the complex, beautiful galaxy that you are, and of course the full constellation of this community. This is a chosen group of people. You are a chosen member of this star cluster today. Feel free to meditate on your intention for this reading, your question. If you happen to have one, my intention that I am setting is to ask your angels, spirit, source energy, your guides, for any divine messages for you that will help align you with your highest self, your highest good, and your highest path. What do you need to know in order to manifest your absolute best potential? What are the messages? For Capricorn 2022 June. What are the messages for Capricorn for June? Messages for Capricorn for June. Messages for Capricorn for June. So we got the Nine of Wands in reverse. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And give us a piece of guidance, piece of wisdom, spirit. Oh, beautiful. Wow. Really beautiful message here, Capricorn. So we have Nine of Wands in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. So you're finding yourself in June, Capricorn, in a situation where you've really been through it. Let's just cut right to the chase here. You have really been through it. You've been through battles. You've gained such important experience, which means you've gained so much important wisdom recently. Maybe not recently, maybe just this is over the course of your life. And that experience, that wisdom has armed you. It has armed you with shields of defense that you have righteously and deservedly earned. Now, some of you are in a position this June where those shields of defense may not be serving your best interest. You have so many shields up that you have learned from experience, and again you're like, well, this has been my life, this has been my experience, I need these shields, these are appropriate for me to continue moving forward. However, there's something about your situation in June that makes it so these shields not only keep out what you don't want, but they are keeping out what you do want as well. There's a kind of not defense, but defensiveness with the Nine of Wands when this energy is tipped in this direction. So there is a kind of an over defensiveness that you're finding yourself towards everything. It's like you're not being maybe discriminatory, that's the wrong word, distinguishing towards the outsider. It's like all outsiders are bad. Everything trying to make its way into my life, I need to protect myself from. And so that is putting you in this place of defensiveness that, while it may keep you safe, it also may be keeping you from progress. It may be keeping you from your greatest dream, from the thing that will transform you, which also often happens to be, the thing of transformation often happens to be challenging sometimes. So it's very easy to see this, or see that outsider and be like, well, that's going to be challenging, that's going to be adversity, that is going to cause me pain, and to then avoid it at all costs, because we equate that immediately with something that isn't good for us. But the truth is, that is often the nature of transformation. That's often the stuff of transformation. So we're not really discriminating between the things that are challenging in a limiting way versus the things that are challenging in an expansive way. And that's because we're so on the defense here. Now, others of you, it's not that you're on the defense. It's not that you are, you have this defensiveness in full gear right now. It's actually that your boundaries are completely open, and you need a kind of discerning defense, discerning being the key operative word there. A discerning defense, not a blind defensiveness, but a discerning defense in place in order to protect your boundaries and keep you on track towards the things that are good for you. Some of you, this energy of defense is actually completely blocked. It's completely in reverse, meaning that you don't have a defense in place right now. All those boundaries are open. All those boundaries are down. And while there is a plus side to this, there's definitely advantages to this, because it's like your walls are down, and I see you as being incredibly vulnerable right now in a way that, hey, maybe that's the stuff of transformation that is happening for you in June, or this is the stuff of transformation that is leading to that transformation for you in June. But it is a little bit scary because some discerning defense certainly has a place in our lives. And another way of thinking about discerning defense is a healthy boundary. So with whatever boat you're in, Capricorn, this is your current situation in June. Now, what really puts the pressure on this Nine of Wands situation is this Two of Pentacles, meaning that some of you, there's going to be different interpretations here. Some of you feel like your connection to choice is blocked, where you want to be making a decision, you feel powerless, like you can't make that decision, like the decision isn't even presenting itself to you, so you feel trapped. But it's not that you even feel trapped between two choices. It's like there are no choices. That's kind of how you see it. And so it's a different kind of paralysis, where it's like, I'm not juggling options. I'm juggling with nothing. There are no options for me. There are no choices. And that is what is paralyzing, the same way that too many choices can paralyze us, or binary choices can paralyze us. The lack of choice can also paralyze us. So some of you are in this position, and it's that lack of choice that is putting you, that's kind of aggravating or triggering this kind of defensiveness. Now, others of you, there is a choice here, but your approach to this choice, there's opportunity here for this choice to be one of joy. It's like making a choice in this choose your own adventure journey that you're on, but you're seeing it as this life or death choice. You're completely disconnected from the fun, from the juggling element of the choice. Like, I can navigate these choices, I can make these decisions in my life and really move through them with a kind of lightness, like knowing that I cannot make the wrong choice, because the important thing is just making the choice, and that is what will always move me along my journey, even if it's through something painful that I had to learn. This being in reverse tells me that that kind of joy, that kind of lightness when making a decision is you're disconnected from that right now. You're finding it really hard to connect to that lightness, to the willingness to fail, the willingness to make mistakes, which is oftentimes, maybe arguably all of the time, essential for decision making. And so it's that fear that is also aggravating this over defensiveness, this over protectiveness, or vice versa, this utter lack of boundaries, like just being like, I have no boundaries right now. I'm unable to defend myself. I'm incredibly vulnerable, and that's feeding into that's like this vicious cycle with also this, like, I'm taking my life too seriously. Like I'm afraid to even set a boundary. I'm taking these decisions so seriously, and I'm also, maybe some of you, I'm hearing, you're afraid of putting a boundary up because you think that's going to limit you in some way, or you think that could lead you to making the wrong mistake or the wrong move. So these two energies are really colliding in a way, clashing in a way that is making that's creating your particular unique challenge for June. What's the advice here? Oh my God, this couldn't be more beautiful and more encouraging, because I see this as what you are moving towards in June, but also the guidance. Sometimes our destination, sometimes the promise of the destination actually is also the guide, and I see that really beautifully in this particular spread. Ace of Cups. This is about opening your heart. It's almost like the way to get out of this, the way to move through this is wiping the slate clean with your I want to say wiping your heart clean. It's like connecting to things that really fill your cup, things that make you feel full, things that make you feel joyful, things that make you feel intense love, and using that as your guide through June. Because when you're in a place where you are just channeling pure love, pure fulfillment, pure joy, and you're detached from result, or detached from like the context of like where you are in the journey and analyzing where you are in the journey and how you're going to do this or how you're going to get there, that's when we're extremely present, and that's when we really can fully enjoy a present gift that we have. And it takes that kind of present joy to take you out of these mindsets, to take you out of this place, to put you in a place where you're better equipped to make a decision. You're better equipped to establish healthy boundaries. You're better equipped to know what is discerning defense versus irrational defensiveness. I'm seeing also as this being for some of you, an actual new love, a new passion that enters your world in June. This could be a new relationship. This could be a new friendship. This could be a new passion with an activity, something with your mission, your purpose, something that you love to do that is giving you a kind of emotional rebirth. I'm seeing you emerge from the water like Aphrodite, just like, I have no past, I only know love, and I'm coming to June with just my pure capacity to love and feel fulfilled and feel joy, and there's benefit in this, because it in a way it makes you forget what you've been through, and sometimes we need to do that in order to propel us towards the greatest gifts in our life. Otherwise we wouldn't go after those greatest gifts in our life out of fear. It's like we need to be hypnotized by love sometimes. We need to be hypnotized by our own present passions, that we forget the context around them. We forget our life around that passion. And that's what allows the passion, the love, the fulfillment to actually transform our lives. So basically what I see for you, Capricorn, is the power of love transforming you this month. Whether, again, this is love in another person, with another person, love in a friendship, love with your family, love with a passion, with an activity, a hobby, love with your mission in life, your purpose, love with your career. Whatever it is a new blossoming of love that helps you move through these challenges. And when you're able, if you find yourself really struggling with these challenges, the answer, the advice, lies in seeking out the thing that causes this kind of full cup state of being, this full cup mindset, this full cup heart set, because then that will be your guide out of these things. If you can just connect to this in your present moment, that is like a recharge, a restart to this program, and then you give yourself the opportunity to make a different choice here, rather than maybe going through the same cycle, the same patterns of struggle. Really a beautiful message, I think, Capricorn, for you this month. And again, such a great learning opportunity as always. I mean, what a nerd I am. I always look for the opportunity for learning, the lesson here, and how this can serve you in the raising of your vibration, and in the elevating of your spirit. Please comment below and share if you want to, if you feel called to serve the constellation here, to serve the cluster with your personal stories and your personal struggles. It's not only an honor for me, it's an honor for everyone who bears witness to that. And we all help each other in ways. Sometimes opening up, being vulnerable, being like, this is what's going on with me, can really help someone else to hear that, even if it's for the simple reason of just feeling like we're less alone with what we're dealing with. So yes, please comment below. If you haven't liked, subscribed, I would be so grateful if you did. Please like and subscribe right now. Hit those buttons. Turn on notifications for this channel. And if you want to support the work that I'm doing and help me help you better, which is really my ultimate goal, definitely check out my Patreon, where you can support this work for as little as $3 a month. There's a bunch of other tiers on there as well to get a lot of just extra bonuses with me, whether it's customized, personalized readings each month, or exclusive readings available to my patrons only on higher tiers. Thank you so much for lending your energy, your guides, your angels to this reading, Capricorn. I love you very much. As always, I'm rooting for you, and I will see you next time.